So the open beta for Daggerheart came out today, which is the Critical Role new RPG that they're working on. Very much seems like this is probably what they're going to shift over their actual play to, is using Daggerheart once it's out there and available, at least in my opinion. But I'm looking over it, and at first it seems like it's essentially D&D. It's got all the classes, it's got all the races, it's got all the domains for clerics, so like very, very D&D. Got a bunch more ancestries, so that you can play like robots and stuff like that. Again, I think tying into more and more stuff that they can use in their own campaign. But again, I don't know, because I'm just reading through how to make a character. You don't get to the core mechanics until page 97, which is far too late. This needs to go like right up top. So, interesting thing. It uses 2d12, and 1d12 is the best die, and also those dice are different colors. One of them is representing hope, and one is representing fear. And then it all matters on which die comes up on top. Now, if I'm reading this right, the way that it works is that as players take actions, they end up placing like a token onto this action tracker card. And they basically can keep acting until the game master plays their own like fear token, I think. Basically, they spend one fear that they build up with players rolling higher fear than hope. And then they can remove one action token off of the action tracker, or two for each one fear that they put onto it. And when they do so, they can use then monster actions for each action token. So the monsters don't act basically until the heroes have done stuff and sort of built up this thing, and then like all the monsters all act. So let's take a look at a character sheet that they have in the Quick Start Adventure. So this is Marlowe Fairwind. Just basically this gives some basic information about them. It gives a character standee. You can put those right onto the action tracker, and then you've got your connections. So this is the character sheet, which again feels very much like D&D, but this is a really cool aspect. You take this piece of paper, you cut it out, and then you spread this out on either side of the character sheet, and it basically walks you through what the character does and is capable of. And then everybody gets these cards. A lot of these cards seem fairly useless. They seem like they're mostly information that could be on the character sheet, so maybe most of them will be in the end. But then you do have spells and things like that, which is always nice to have on cards. Another thing I really like is the adventure of the whole thing. Each and every encounter is one single page, which is really, really convenient. Very nice. It reminds me of 4th edition a bit. And then at the end, they've got the stand-ups for everything. And yeah, it looks really cool. So it seems pretty cool. It's definitely something that I want to check more out of. But let me know what you think of Daggerheart.